So today we are gonna go through relaxation or how to properly relax. And this is indeed something that I've been struggling with for quite some time, to be honest. I've really had a hard time to just, lay down, sit down and do nothing. In recent times very recent times, I have actually bettered myself a lot, like really a lot, to a degree where I have to say I can relax now and I can calm down after work and so on and so forth, which really was important for me. It added a ton to my life and it's been really important for me and for my overall well-being and actually also for my productivity, because I know that I can relax and I can enjoy my time and so on and so forth. So this is a Stoicism subreddit post and I'm gonna read it. I've always seen taking a break as doing very little. That might mean reading or playing a game or watching TV, although this is relaxing both physically and mentally, and although it is helpful, I feel like relaxing/taking a break is a bit more than this. I've recently came with the realization that taking a break isn't just about doing very little, but being present and letting your mind rest properly. I think the above examples does relax the mind a little, but not to the extent that we reach complete ease. For once you quit, your mind will likely to get caught up in thoughts probably. I found that I may feel at ease when I'm relaxing and distracting myself from the external world and from thoughts, but once I turn off the TV or put the book down, I will run over the next day, the week, and even the following week. I am prone to worrying about the things I need to do and the challenges I'll be facing. Yet I think total relaxation is things like meditation. Once we're finished, we will feel a whole lot better, whereas other examples may help a little in a moment, but they're only useful in a moment, but not in the long run. I'm struggling with challenges myself. I've graduated school last year and I'm looking for work. In fact, I have my first ever work interview in just 2 days and I'm very nervous. While I may feel a bit ease by finding ways to forget it a bit and relax, before long I am back to where I was. I should definitely meditate. I once started meditating, but it has been a while since I've done it last. What do you think? What are your thoughts about relaxing the mind? So I do think that, for example, I think relaxation is, 3/4 of the importance of not relaxing and working. Why I do think that relaxation is not as important as work, because I think work is just so important. Getting things done is so important that maybe one day of cutting back on relaxation might be the thing that you need to be doing. Even though, on the other hand, if you do not relax and if you don't give yourself the time to just calm down a bit and enjoy your time and enjoy your days, your productivity is also gonna get messed up potentially and essentially. So something that I've been trying to include into my day is watching series, playing games, video games, just things that I enjoy and things that, make me forget about all the things that are surrounding myself. For some people it might be reading a book. It is not for me. For me, reading a book is even more work most often. It totally depends on the book. It totally depends on the topic of the book and so on and so forth, and how long I've been reading it. Sometimes I can get into a book very deeply, but not as easily as, for example, watching a movie, watching some YouTube videos and doing whatever. Even though I do think and felt that watching a YouTube video and watching a series is not the same. It depends on the YouTube video though. I do often watch some informational stuff, about training and nutrition and whatnot, but sometimes it's just some fun things like some Mr. Beast videos or some gaming videos or whatnot, but I still feel like that watching YouTube videos isn't the same as watching a series, and something that I totally enjoy and think is useful when watching a series is that it is a story and there's something to look forward to for me. After work, I can be like and think about, okay, now I'm gonna watch my series. Now I'm gonna watch another episode. I really am looking forward to how it is ending or how the story is progressing. And it's been really essential for me in my life and for my well-being, and actually once again feeling happy. It is adding just such a lot to my life. It might sound insane, it might sound pretty strange, but it is just such an easy and convenient medium for me to relax and feel way better about myself and about my days, and also actually be more productive. Because as I said, I do know something to do when I've done everything. Back in the days, I felt like, well, what am I gonna do now? There's nothing to do for me now. I've done everything. I've even done some things for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do now? And the biggest stress at the time that I'm having is actually searching for new series to watch, some good ones. Most often it is something animated, whether it is anime or just an animated series. Like Invincible, I've really tremendously enjoyed that, even though at first I thought, well, probably not going to watch it, probably not going to get through it, but in the end, I've really tremendously enjoyed it. This has been pretty important, and I just see now that, some more people struggle with that, and some more people have to deal with that, and not just me, essentially. So, well, let's actually see what the comments are saying. There's 20 comments. What you might be realizing is that there are two forms of relaxation. Flow, quote-unquote, activities in which you focus your attention, and mindless activities in which your attention is directed for you. Mindless activities are better called distraction than relaxation, and very often when you cease such an activity, you're actually more anxious at the end of it. Watching TV is a classic example of guided attention. The TV randomly selects images and ideas and then gives them to you. You're not choosing what you see. Social media is the toxic sludge of this phenomenon. It's designed to not only guide your attention, but to capture and transform it, to limit your attention span only to repeating the activity in the future. Comparatively, skillful activities tend to produce a psychological state called flow, in which your sense of self actually merges with your activity and you become intensely focused on the activity. There are short and long-term psychological benefits to the state, and humans find it intensely relaxing, though it requires skill to achieve. Mindless activity companies literally attack you in a faculty for this type of skill. For people who enjoy skillful states, find their products to be extremely unpleasant, even if they previously used them. Playing a music instrument is a great example of an activity that is skillful and could, I do want to underline, could induce flow. You appear to be engaging in mindless activities, then saying, why do I feel bad after? It is very likely that your choice of activity is solely to blame for that. What you call, quote-unquote, relaxing is simply having your attention pulled off things you find important. This process is not under your control, and so it can make you feel anxious and unsettled. I do think, though, that as playing an instrument is a skill, playing video games is also a skill, And drawing as well, by the way. In school, I really had to draw quite a lot, and also for extended periods of time. And I've really intensely gotten into this flow state, and also when I'm designing something. And basically, all the time, when you're doing something that you enjoy and something that you really get, synced and forced into, and just, you're only thinking about this one thing and about nothing else. This is the flow state, and it is an amazing state, and it is just so great to realize that, on one hand, just because, it's so relaxing. On the other hand, realizing per se, because you understand that it is something that you enjoy and something that you like, On some days, it might be a better, quote unquote, state, a better kind of high. On the other day, or other days, might not be that of a great one. But there's actually, I think, also a book about flow. I might have also uploaded a summary of it or going through a summary of it. Pretty amazing concept, pretty amazing thing. And yeah, being in a flow state is basically also just setting you up for being extremely fucking productive. The dichotomy of control is popularly translated as things I have control over and things I do not have control over. Other translations are things attributed to me and things not attributed to me, and things that come from me and things that come upon me. And do you put your two forms of relaxation into these two categories? TV is not attributed to me and comes upon me. Flow is attributed to me and comes from me. Well, the original commentator answers, I don't think that the dichotomy of control is relevant here. The dichotomy of control tells you whether you are thinking logically about how you might act. It tells you whether or not you are reasoning about your life in a way that conforms to the way the world works, and so on and so forth. And I do think, yeah, as well, it's not really about what you can control and what you can't. I'm going to challenge the idea that control is the dichotomy here between relaxing and stressful activities. Well, people now being philosophical about this. Well, I personally just try to live by the moment. Of course, just like anyone else, I have my worries for the future, but why should I be worrying about them constantly? Right here, right now, I'm just laying in my bed, relaxing, browsing Reddit, and I'm just happy about this moment. I'm always trying to think past something that makes me feel anxious. For example, your job interview is in 2 days, so in 3 days' time, you will already know the outcome, and even if it is a bad one, you will figure something out anyway. Just take it easy and live by the moment, because the moment we are living right now is all we truly have. We don't really know what the future is gonna hold for us, we don't really know what the next day is really gonna be like. There's so many things that could potentially happen, in theory. If they're really gonna happen, well, probably not to a high degree for a lot of things, but maybe, maybe. There's a YouTube channel by Michael Saley, Sealey. This channel is full of videos that help you to relax. It works good for me, and I hope it helps you too. This channel has been praised for Professor Andrew Huberman of Stanford University. Also, Professor Huberman, YouTube channel Huberman Lab Podcast, where he describes science-based tools to help people and covers a wide range of topics that I find quite helpful. And I would encourage people to check out. Each of the episodes based on a different topic, and I am positive you might find something useful. This might not be quote-unquote stoic advice, as I am new to the philosophy. I generally relax after I have done my chores, so to speak. Like I'm trying to change my job, so I am preparing for interviews. Well, yeah, it is something that I also need to be doing. I need to do the work first, and then I can relax. And after I've relaxed a bit and I've been just wandering around and whatnot, I either like to go to sleep and go to bed, it depends on the time of the day, and or just do some more work, and then I repeat the cycle. Okay, first of all, I'm going to do some work. Even though it is work that I enjoy, I do also just feel like just doing something else then afterwards, and then I relax, and then I do some more work, and then I relax, and then I do some more work, and then I relax, and then I go to bed or whatever. Sometimes I also work and then think like, well, what am I going to do now? And if I don't really think about something that I want to do now, then I just go to bed, Might not always work that well, might always be that intelligent to do. You really have to think about sleep quality. And if you're not feeling tired, then I wouldn't advise anybody to go to bed unless you really know you're able to sleep in relatively quickly. There's a ton of days where I just felt, well, I am gonna go to bed. I actually quite want to relax a bit and whatnot, but in the end I wasn't able to sleep and got up at 4 a.m. and in the end my day was shit, or my night was shit. Anyway, I do highly suggest you to look for something that makes you feel relaxed, something to relax, and until then, I am gonna see you next time.